Hi class, this video is for notes section 2.5 example 2. Find the function that is finally graphed after the following three transformations are applied to the parent function, which is in this case, the parent function is y equals square root of x, okay? So it says transformation number 1, shift right 1 unit. What we're going to do is we're going to keep the parent function. Moving to the right or left is horizontally changed, so that is going to be under the radical with the x. And in algebra 2, remember if you're moving right, that's a subtraction of 1 unit, okay? So right now, shift right 1 unit is y equals square root of x minus 1. Then number 2, after you shift right 1 unit, you are going to move down 3 units, okay? So you're going to carry over the first transformation, okay? Because it says here, after the 3 transformations are applied. And the reason we're doing it in stages so that way you understand, oh, which one's horizontally translation and which one's vertical translation, okay? Shift down 3 units is now, we're going to subtract 3 units. So right now, we have y equals square root of x minus 1 minus 3 on the outside. So make sure you make it very clear which one's on the outside and which one's on the inside, okay? Next one, we are going to have a reflect about the x-axis, okay? Reflect about the x-axis. So the first two are really quite obvious of what they're supposed to do. Reflect about the x-axis is when we are going to put in a minus sign somewhere, okay? But the question is, where are you going to put in this minus sign, okay? So y equals, I'm going to copy over x minus 1 minus 3. Those are from the first two transformation, okay? Well, reflect over the x-axis, the negative goes in the front, okay? So here's what I'm going to do to make sure our equation is right. I'm going to graph it out. So the parent function, it's an eyebrow curve, right? So square root is always an eyebrow curve. 0, 0, 1, 1, and then 4 up 2. So that's, okay? Based on the description, it says to the right one. So I'm going to use my graph to see if it's true, okay? Here's a table. When x is 0, that's not possible because 0 minus 1 is negative, not possible. When x is 1, 1 minus 1 is 1, square root of 1 is 0. When x is 2, 2 minus 1 is 1, square root of 1 is still 1. I'm going to pick a nice number. When x is 3, that's not nice. 4 is not nice. 5, okay? 5 minus 1 is 4, square root of 4 is 2. So let's graph out the dots to see if it matches our description of to the right by 1. I can plug in 0. I can plug in 1. 1 is 0. 2, go up 1, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, I have it at 2. So based on the equation and based on the description, they match up. Now I'm also going to need to shift it down 3, okay? So I'm going to make another table. I already have all my x values, 0, 1, 2, and 5, okay? Now, this one, I have the y values already at 0, 1, and 2. Okay, remember I can't have it here. So now what I'm going to do is these are now the outputs, but now I need to minus 3, right? Because I need to carry it over. So 0, let me get this, 0 minus 3 is now negative 3. 1 minus 3 is now negative 2. 2 minus 3 is now negative 1. Okay, I'm going to graph that out to see if it fits our description, okay? 1 is now negative 3. What I'm checking to see if the equation actually moved down 3 units, okay? So 1 is negative 3. Here's 1, 1, 2, 3. And then 2 is negative 2, 2, negative 2. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 is negative 1. So did we move the entire graph down by 3 units is really the question, okay? Next, I'm going to see if I can reflect this over the x-axis. Reflecting over the x-axis, now I should have it on the top, okay? So make sure our table is right. So I'm going to pick some values again. Here we go. 1, 2, and 5. Okay, I'm gonna plug it in. Here we go. 1 minus 1 is 0. Okay, 1 minus 1 is 0 times negative 1 in front is still 0. Minus 3 is negative 3. Okay, I'm gonna make sure we're doing it right. Okay, so then next, 2 minus 1 is 2. Square root of that is going to be 1. 1 times negative 1, it's okay, right? Negative 1. Negative 1 times negative 3 is now going to be negative 4. Okay, keep on going. Next, 5. Okay, 5 minus 1 is 4. Square root of 4 is 2. 2 times negative 1 in the front is negative 2. Negative 2 minus 3 is now negative 5. Okay, I'm going to graph that out to make sure we have a reflection over the x-axis. Okay, so keep in mind the x-axis is right here. Okay, so if I were to have the correct x-axis reflection, all my points are now over here. Okay, let's graph it out. Here we go. Okay, 1 is now negative 3. 1, 2, and 3, negative 3. Okay, sorry, my pen is a little bit weird. And then 2 is now negative 4. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's right there. Okay, and then 5 is negative 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my gosh, it's even lower. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here's this. Okay, can you see this graph? Okay, so is that a reflection over the x-axis? Not the entire curve. So what is it that I'm doing wrong? Can you see? Okay, this is so important. What is it that I'm doing wrong? What is it that I'm doing wrong? Should I, okay, so right now we know that, hey, you know what? Putting the negative in the front doesn't work. Should I have, let me ask you this, put a negative in the front of the entire equation? Okay. Okay. So let's check to see. So this one doesn't work, right? So let's check to see if this will work, okay? Make a table, x and y. And I'm going to use the same 3.1, 2, and 5. Okay. If I want to, I can distribute this to make, okay, y equals negative square root of x minus 1. And then a negative times a negative is now a positive. Okay, so keep that in mind. I can totally distribute. Okay, so let's plug it in. Are you ready? 1 minus 1 is 0. Okay, square root of 0 is still 0. Okay, so far so good. So this is still 0. Times negative 1 in the front is still negative 1 plus 3 is now 3. So that's now positive 3, which is slightly different from earlier. Okay, 2 minus 1 is 1. Okay, square root of 1 is still 1. Times the negative in front is now negative 1. Negative 1 plus 3 is now positive 2. Okay, 5 minus 1 is 4. Square root of 4 is 2. 2 times the negative 1 in the front is negative 2. Negative 2 plus 3 is now 1. All right, let's graph this out. Okay, 1 is now positive 3. 2 is now at 2. Okay, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Extend that is now 1. So, which one, okay, of these, okay, is a reflection over the x-axis? Would you agree? Let me just connect these. This is a better curve right here. Okay, so when you are doing, the rule of thumb is, so very important, when you're doing a reflection about the x-axis, make sure, okay, especially the reflections at the very end, make sure we put quantity, the entire thing. Okay, so our final equation class is this one right here, after distribution of a negative sign. Okay, so I want to make sure that's correct. Okay, so that's the end of our example 2.